Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Thank you for joining us here on Northern Life. Happy to be in for Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm happy for a few more reasons, Ryan,
Oh,
today.
sure.
Yeah. I got new coffee creamer today.
Nice.
A new flavor.
Oh, what kind?
Brown sugar.
Oh,
it's tasty.
geez.
It's in here right now.
Who makes that?
It's good stuff. It was like a Starbucks brand one. It was
Okay.
a new sort of
Whoa.
brand that I saw at the grocery store this time. I was very attracted to the marketing. My eyes went right to it. It was a cute container, so I had
Oh.
to get it. Yeah.
Well,
actually, the color of it kind of matched my sweater.
That is a really nice sweater. I like the
you.
color of that sweater.
Thank you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that step one? So the coffee creamer?
Coffee
It's a good
creamer.
thing?
Oh yeah, that was that was number one reason why I'm happy. Number two is because I've been paying attention to our meteorologist's 7-day forecast.
Okay.
Tomorrow, a high of 75.
We finally made it. I think
Thank
things are
gosh.
looking up. Hopefully it stays that way.
I know, yeah. Well, and then they show, the overnight temperatures, and they
Yeah.
dip down to so low, and then, next week looks a little sketchy, but we'll enjoy the 75 when we can. And I don't know if you're going to do your long run on Saturday,
Yep,
Sunday?
probably Sunday, yep.
Sunday, okay. Well, that looks pretty nice, too, but
Good.
I was happy to see more nice temperatures on Saturday, too,
Oh.
when I plan to do my run.
That's the thing. Like when Mary and I did the half marathon, it was like 60 degrees in Eau
Yeah.
Claire, and we go, okay, that should be fine, except it was sunny. And we're used to running in like 20-degree Duluth weather, and so just a different world.
Right, and
Yeah.
right next to the lake here in Duluth.
Yeah, that too.
Eau Claire, none of that.
Yeah, a whole lot of asphalt in Eau Claire. Well, hey, coming up on today's show, a game we used to play as kids in middle school apparently making a comeback, apparently a big thing with Gen Z now. Plus, we'll show you how Michigan is helping players during the upcoming World Cup competition. Briggs, did you ever play hacky sack back in the day?
No, I didn't play it, but I had one. And I enjoyed kicking it, but I don't know how you play, the
Just,
game.
like keep it up almost,
Okay,
I think.
that's it?
Yeah.
That's the rules?
It's kind of like the balloon game,
Sure.
where you just try to keep it up as long as possible.
Yeah, that's kind of like Pokemon for me. I loved collecting Pokemon cards back in the day, but I didn't play Pokemon because I didn't know
Yeah.
the rules.
Did you
and
keep
some of
them?
the-
Keep those cards?
I think I still have some. Either
Whoa.
that or we gave
Briggs?
them to some younger kids. I might have a lot of money sitting in
That
my
might be your
childhood
retirement right there. We'll have to do a shoot. We go over to Briggs' house. Look at those Pokemon cards.
Run home, collect my.
Get them graded.
But, yeah, I'm
the
trying
cards.
to think of one Pokemon. I can't think
Yeah,
of one.
Pikachu. Yeah.
Squirtle.
Charmander.
There we go. I got
all
a
the
couple.
friends. Let's talk about some other friends. We're less than a month away from the start of the FIFA World Cup, and broadcasters hope a fun partnership will bring in more viewers of all ages. Fox Sports announcing a new collaboration with Sesame Workshop to feature the iconic characters from Sesame Street playing some soccer. The beloved characters will be integrated into programming from now until the end of the World Cup.
Oh, that's cute. That's a good idea, to get younger kids interested. I like, too, what they've done with the NFL where they have, I think they did a SpongeBob version
yeah.
of it that one time,
Yeah.
and maybe even Toy Story where they had a version of the broadcast that had those characters on it. And that's kind of fun,
Yeah.
building a younger audience and a younger fanship. So, yeah, why not with soccer, too? And you got to love Sesame Street.
Makes it a little more interactive. Hopefully Cookie Monster won't eat all the soccer balls,
Yeah.
but the count will keep score for us. So,
There we go.
Yeah, we got a good
Got
thing
a good
going.
job.
Up here in the Northland, people love fishing, and some Americans will do whatever it takes to reel in some fish. Down in Texas, how about this? 19-year-old Hunter Weish calling himself the luckiest unlucky man alive after surviving a lightning strike while fishing.
Jeez.
And Weish says he was leaning against a tree when lightning struck, throwing him feet away and leaving him with burns and injuries.
Oh, my.
But after a 10-hour hospital stay, Weish is now recovering, but get this, he was back to fishing just 24 hours after he was struck.
Man, this is giving Florida man. just
Texas
has
man.
to get out there
Yeah.
and fish in inclement weather.
Hopefully not the exact same spot. I guess I didn't read in the story if it was the same location.
That's
I guess if you're lucky to be alive, you say, try me again. I'm
Yeah.
going back to fishing.
Yeah, they won't let anything stop him. Hopefully he got a good catch, I guess, out of
Yeah.
it too. That scar looked pretty jarring.
Yeah, it looked pretty nasty, but I'm glad he's okay, and
too.
yeah, hopefully he got some good fishing ahead.
Oh, jeez. Well, a new survey finds difficult conversations may be harder than ever for Americans. Researchers say 85% of people admit that they avoid uncomfortable talks altogether, whether that's with family, friends, or your coworkers. Experts say fear of conflict and anxiety are major reasons why, but they also warn avoiding those conversations can hurt relationships in the long run. Interesting. I thought that this was interesting because I feel like people are so much more likely now to attack somebody online, and be critical of someone online or have, make harsh comments online.
Gotcha.
But, face to face, maybe it's obviously a different story.
Yeah. It is a much different story when you you can't hide behind a screen and a keyboard.
Yeah.
But it is important to have those conversations because things, they bubble up for so long and eventually you either break or you're holding, resentment towards another person.
Yeah.
So it is important to have those deep, meaningful conversations.
Yeah, especially at work too. I feel like it can lead to burnout, too,
Sure.
when you don't bring those kind of stuff up because you just, like you said, sit there and you're just kind of like fuming. Like,
Is there anything you want to tell me right now?
Oh, Ryan, let me get up my. I'm glad you brought this up.
We can have this deep, meaningful conversation right now. Well, just let me know after the break. Well, when it comes to school, health experts want to protect your favorite subject. That, of course, being recess. Great subject. The American Academy of Pediatrics says recess is more than just fun and games out there. The group released new guidance this week encouraging schools to protect daily recess, saying it helps kids build focus, it builds their social skills, it helps them stay active. And pediatricians also say recess should not be taken away as punishment.
I agree with that. Yeah, I feel like that was the highlight of my day every day, especially when it was warm enough to go outside. And even if it wasn't, I went to Holy Rosary, which it was called back in the day, now Stella Maris, and they just had the best sledding hill at that school. So we would watch the clock. Even in the winter, it was cold, and they would let us go outside and sled on those sleds. That was the best thing ever. And then you come in and you're refreshed. You're ready to learn in the afternoon too. You get that energy out.
Oh my gosh, I loved recess. Had some pickup football, which was always fun.
Yeah.
Kickball, foursquare.
Yeah,
it's important.
We had a special game that we played called Pirate Ball. I don't know if our gym teacher made it up, but I've never heard anybody else know about it.
Did you have to talk like a pirate while it was happening?
That would have been a cool twist, but no. It was like capture the flag, but you had to steal a ball that was in different corners of the field, and it was really fun. You had to get through your classmates to get to it. Yeah, I think she made it up. It was really fun.
I think you'll have to show us sometime. I think this is going to be a great Northern Life show. We'll see how well Hunter and I play pirate ball.
Yeah, they probably still play it at Holy Rosary.
I hope so.
See, yeah.
Well, hey, coming up, Hacky Sack is back. We'll hear from those players next here on Northern Life.
Welcome back, everybody. It sounds like Hacky Sack is back, you guys. Very cool. That footwork-focused sport is having a huge resurgence right now.
Marcela Baedo shares how the pastime is now taking over one all-boys school.
Who wants to go play sack?
It's the same question every day during lunchtime.
Yeah, behind me.
Phones set off to the sidelines as this small woven ball captures all the attention at LaSalle College High School.
Instead of sitting inside on our phones, social media and stuff, we're out here hanging out with each other.
In some ways, the problem really has solved itself with the intervention of the sport.
Hacky sack is a no-hands sport that was started in the early 70s in the U.S. Similar games have been traced back to the 18th century in Chinese culture. It's gone in and out of popularity, but it's seeing a revival right now.
A bunch of different friend groups play. It's all over the school.
From an upperclassmen-only space called The Pit.
Let's get one over here.
To areas filled by younger students. The courtyard, on the pavement, or on a patch of grass. Talent is everywhere.
I got it!
It makes me proud because they really did it themselves. You can't point to great coaching. This is just them. It's all organic.
It's gaining attention on social media too. LaSalle is one of the top-ranked schools in the country, according to online stats.
For as long as it lasts, as a fan, I'm delighted. When the kids ask me if I want a sack, I always say I'm a retired past master.
Our time here is coming to an end, so it's really just a great opportunity just to hang out with each other, be in the moment, and just having fun playing hacky sack.
As the circle keeps growing, so does the bond between generations. In Montgomery County, Marcela Baedo, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Frank's going to try one of those flips sometime.
Gosh. When that kid had it in his feet, I was like, there's no chance he's going to flip. And then he flipped. He must be the one that's ranked.
Nationally ranked.
I can't believe there's even a magazine.
Yeah, USA Sack Magazine. Gonna have to subscribe to that. I didn't even know they still made magazines.
Make sure you get the right version of that one.
I'm sure they got magazines. They got all sorts of magazines. Thanks for watching our show. Looking ahead, millions of people will be tuning in to watch some of the best soccer players in the world compete at the FIFA World Cup in just under a month. And they'll also be seeing years worth of work and research by members of the Michigan State University turf grass program right under those players' feet.
Yeah, Jack Springate spoke with experts behind the pitch to learn what makes this grass world class.
Well, the World Cup turf grass, developed in collaboration between Michigan State University and the University of Tennessee, is designed to make play as consistent as possible, a challenge when World Cup stadiums are anything but.
We have 16 stadiums across 3 countries, and we want all the grasses to play the same.
That means keeping their quality amid constant mowing, miles of foot traffic by players, and when used in stadiums that weren't built for natural grass.
We're putting a natural turf grass field in on a temporary basis. Okay, and we're doing that for 8 of the 16 stadiums.
Their challenge is eliminating the time it takes for the grass to reroot in its new home. The solution, growing the grass on plastic.
When it gets harvested, we don't shear the roots. The roots come up just like off of like a piece of pizza. They can travel long distances in a refrigerated truck. Subsequently, when they're laid down, they're ready to play.
Green plastic fibers are woven into the sod once inside the stadium to keep the field durable.
One World Cup game equals the same amount of traffic of 1 Super Bowl. So that means the stadium could have 9 Super Bowls on it.
Field crews ensure the grass and plastic act as one all tournament long with a process called hygiene.
We need to find a way to make sure those plastic fibers stay upright. All we're doing is scraping through this top layer and actually removing some of that surface litter so that the plastic fibers that are in here actually can remain standing up.
And the team here says they're not expecting anyone to recognize their work. In fact, the ultimate sign their grass did the job is if no one says anything about it at all. Reporting in East Lansing, I'm Jack Springate, CBS News Detroit.
I gotta tell you, that's above my pay grade
Yeah.
to understand how that turf grass works.
I've never thought about it that in depth, it makes sense that so much work goes into putting in grass, and there's so much to think about, and I'm sure the players can really tell the difference between different fields and different turf grass. So, man.
Let's hope that they don't have any problems, because I'm sure if it's on the world stage, if the turf grass doesn't end up working well, a lot of folks going to be upset about that.
Best of luck.
Well, hey, Miller Beer has soccer fans covered for this World Cup. Check out this brew-holding soccer ball you can get for just under $20. It is 1.5 times larger than a regulation ball in order to hold a full 12-pack of Miller Lite beer. The novelty item appears to be more of a conversation piece than actually truly functional. So you can't really open those upside-down cans, and Miller isn't promising that any of the beer is going to stay cold.
Oh.
The Miller Time MVP match ball goes on sale next Wednesday.
Okay, so they come out of each of those little gold things.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
that's creative.
Yeah, what a way to bring your 12-pack of beer. Yeah,
these look pretty cool.
You'd be the star of the show
They
there.
really should have made it like a cooler, though. That would have been a good idea.
Hey, you can have one while you're talking about turf grass with your friends. Young soccer players are not wasting any time getting ready. 180-plus young adults are all across the U.S. having a rare opportunity to step onto the world stage as members of Powerade's World Cup ball crew. They're currently training and preparing just like the professionals, and ultimately they will be working at various matches across the various host cities for the Cup, helping to keep those plays moving by retrieving and supplying those soccer balls along the sidelines.
Fun. I always wanted to be a tennis ball kid.
Yeah.
The one who runs and gets the ball in front of the net. And
they're fast.
Cool. They're
well
so
trained.
fast.
Well, hey, coming up, exciting news for Vikings fans. We'll be back on Northern Lights.
All right, football fans, the Minnesota Vikings are embarking on a new border battle in the way south. For the first time in franchise history, this is really cool, the team is going to play in Mexico this coming season, taking on the San Francisco 49ers in Mexico City. That game is going to take place on Sunday, November 22nd. Cool, we get a Sunday night football game. We love that. You can, of course, watch Sunday night football always right here on NBC. Football season going to be here before we know it.
It's always so good. It's like, obviously right now, let's not worry about football. Let's hopefully just enjoy the summer. But every time football season comes around, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the perfect time of year.
Yeah, and it's always like end of July that they start going to like training camp. And I'm like, wait, where did the summer go?
Yeah.
But I can't wait. That's pretty cool. A Mexico game. And my brother lives in San Francisco. He's not like the biggest like football fan, but it feels like a little bit of a rivalry.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to go watch the game down in Mexico. I know the NFL also promoting that they have a game coming up in Australia.
Oh, really?
To start. I think it's on a Thursday night in September.
Wow.
Not the teams up here, I don't think, but that's a long flight.
Yeah, that would be a really long flight. I feel like it'd be nice if they could play like 2 games over there in a row or something. You know,
kind of like the Vikings did last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did. Yeah, that was cool. I think the whole NFL football schedule comes out tonight.
Oh, well, great.
6:30 if you're watching on CBS.
Good news. I'm sure you can find it on the Northern News Now at 10 o'clock with our sports team. When it comes to our planet, scientists are pushing the boundaries of space exploration, and a new wave of missions are trying to answer a critical question: what happens to everyday materials beyond Earth?
Yeah, Gwen Baumgartner spoke with a company whose research could revolutionize medicine, food, and even space habitation.
And liftoff. Go Falcon, go Dragon.
This was the beginning of a historic SpaceX mission, last fall tasked with delivering supplies to the International Space Station, in addition to some unusual cargo. Samples of cholesterol, freeze-dried liver, even house dust.
That's probably the most expensive dust in the world now.
It really is.
Olivia Holzhaus is the CEO of Rhodium Scientific, a space biotech company, working alongside the National Institute of Standards and Technology to create a first-of-its-kind research library of space-based reference materials like this. The materials are unique because they spent 6 months in orbit before this re-entry. Researchers will now compare them to identical samples that never left Earth.
Do they change? Do they stay the same? Space changes biology. All biology. And we're just now scratching the surface of understanding what those changes are.
Space has an extreme environment that impacts things in different ways. For astronauts, its microgravity causes muscle loss and reduced bone density.
Or take an EpiPen, which can be life-saving here on Earth. But back in 2023, the drug was sent up into space and came back partially toxic.
And then there are these tomato seeds. After months in space, they'll be planted on Earth and have their growth tracked against normal seeds.
We want to make sure that we have accurate products, and not only for space, but that we're bringing products home that are useful and beneficial for humans here on Earth.
As space exploration accelerates, missions like this are becoming more important than ever. To some, this may just look like dust, but to researchers, it's a glimpse of the next frontier. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
I'm glad there are people testing grass for us, and I'm glad there are people testing items in space because, man, like things that you just, again, don't think about. Having to see how dust interacts back on Earth after going to space, like that's crazy.
I guess it makes sense, like as they were saying, you know, us humans are affected by what happens when we go up there, so let's see if it happens with everybody's favorite thing, dust. Well, hey, we'll say goodbye to you coming up in just a few.
All right, when we're done here on Northern Life, you can head to northernnewsnow.com, click on the Northern Life tab, and then find our latest episode of Northern Life online. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting new smoothie flavor. That looks good to me.
It looks ideal.
Preview, yeah, interesting thing. And meet a dog who's going to go viral, who has gone viral for their unusual moves. I can't wait to see that video.
I love just eating pickles out of the jar. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah, I will eat them out of the jar. I will drink the juice out of the jar. Yep. I'll take any pickles in any form.
Hey, bring pickles to space. See how they interact. And see what that tastes is like when it comes back down to Earth.
They're okay on the way back.
Yeah. Precious cargo. Before we go today, for those near the Canadian border, sounds like Canada is waiving admission fees at all of their national parks and historic sites this summer. It's an effort to boost tourism, and Banff National Park is among those sites that will be free for you. The benefit is available to any visitor regardless of your nationality from June 19th through September 7th. You also do not need to make a reservation or obtain a pass to take advantage of the offer. And if you want to stay, there's even a 25% discount on fees for camping and those overnight stays.
Oh, that's cool. That's a really good idea. Thanks, Canada.
I got to get to Canada more often.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have some absolutely beautiful national parks. Sounds like a lot of fun. Well, thank you for joining us today. We love you. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.